the top 20 most frequently asked questions about ceramic coatings. So what's up guys, welcome to another episode of Pan TheOrganizer. So in a poll on my YouTube channel in early January, I decided to ask you guys, my viewers, what was your favorite form of paint protection? One of 4 answers, so a carnauba wax, a paint sealant, a ceramic coating, or a graphene coating. Well over 10,000 of you replied, and the overwhelming majority decided that it was a ceramic coating. But given that answer, there are tons of questions that you guys have over the years, especially those who watch my channel, and today I'm answering the top 20 most frequently asked questions about ceramic coatings. So see this as the ultimate guide for you guys to understand everything behind that paint protection technology, why it's awesome, a lot of tips and tricks as well. So you might want to share this video with your friends and family, by the way, or anybody who has questions in regards to ceramic coatings, because after this one, you'll have no more questions. All the myths will be debunked, by the way, and you're going to learn a lot of cool stuff. So stay tuned all the way till the end as well. By the way, there were the top 3 consumer grade ceramic coatings. So basically coatings that you guys can purchase that made my 2021 Car Detailing Products Awards video. And I have these behind me right here today. So the first one, the avalonking Armor Shield 9. They're in no particular order, by the way, but this is the avalonking Armor Shield 9. Then the CarPro Sequartz UK 3.0. And last but not least, we had the G-Technic Crystal Serum Light, also known as CSL. So basically, these were my 3 favorite coatings for consumers, again, that you guys can buy. They're available for DIY application, so you can do this in the comfort of your own home. And yeah, so I have many tutorials on my channel, by the way. But one specific one is, of course, the avalonking Armor Shield 9 ceramic coating. You guys absolutely loved this. It made a killing on my channel. You guys loved the videos, and a lot of you guys purchased this kit. By the way, I'll show you what's in the kit for you guys who are new to the channel. It comes in this beautiful matte black box. So avalonking decided to sponsor this video and make all of this possible because it's just a great DIY kit. If you guys have never been into ceramic coatings and are looking for the easiest one to apply and that will give you years of protection, look no further. This was one that absolutely amazed me. It's the easiest ceramic coating that I have ever applied, and it comes in this 30 ml glass bottle, like the majority of the coatings, right? When we're talking about true ceramic coatings, they're the ones that come in these glass vials. So we're going to talk about the technology, the ins and outs of it, so you guys understand. And of course, again, I'm going to be answering all those questions. By the way, I'll leave links to all of these products in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And like I said, stay tuned till the end, because you'll have probably some cool discounts for the avalonking Armor Shield 9. And again, I'm going to show you the contents of the box, so you're going to see it comes with everything you need to apply that coating. Okay, so I know you guys want me to dig into it right away, so let's go ahead with question number 1. So question number 1, what is a ceramic coating? Basically, it's a liquid polymer that bonds chemically to the paint to create a semi-permanent form of paint protection that's going to last for years, so it won't wash away and you don't need to reapply it every few months like you would with a traditional carnauba wax. So it also protects against the UV rays, against the elements, against bird droppings, tree sap, acid rain, and all that kind of stuff. It adds gloss and slickness to the paint and also has self-cleaning properties, meaning that the vehicle is a lot easier to wash during your maintenance washes. So when we say hand applied, well, again, it comes in a liquid form. So here, if we look at the avalonking Armor Shield 9, you see this window and you see the liquid in the window. It tells you how much you have left inside there. So you hand apply it on the vehicle and it's going to create that bond. So it's going to cure after a few hours, typically 24 to 48 hours. It's going to cure on the paint and create a structure that is 2 to 3 times harder compared to your traditional clear coat, and is going to be very durable and has lots of chemical resistance. So again, it won't wash away when you're washing your vehicle in future maintenance washes. So it is a very durable form of paint protection. The best form of paint protection according to you guys, and my favorite form of paint protection as well. So question number 2, how long does a ceramic coating last? Well, it depends on which coating you purchase from which brand, because there are many different offerings, hundreds and hundreds of products from hundreds and hundreds of different brands around the world. So if we look at these coatings here, if we take the avalonking Armor Shield 9, for example, so they promise 2 years of paint protection, and it can go upwards of 3+ years, all the way up to 5 years, depending again on multiple factors. So there are many factors that influence the durability of a coating. For example, the prep on your paint before you apply it, of course, the conditions in which you applied it, the conditions in which your vehicle is exposed to. So do you live in a colder climate with road salts during the winter, or in a warmer climate? Is your car garage kept, or is it a daily driver that's exposed to the elements and that sits outside all day long? Those kinds of things. And of course, your wash frequency and all those kinds of things. So 2 to 5 years for the Armor Shield 9. You're looking at 24 months for the CarPro Sequartz UK 3.0. and 3 to 5 years of protection for the G-Technic Crystal Serum Light. So again, you're gonna have to check with the manufacturer of the product that you're purchasing, but typically they start at around about a year for the light version. So there are some coatings that last up to 12 months, and then you move up from there, so 2+ years. If you get into the very, very expensive professional grade coatings, only available through authorized dealers, meaning you can purchase them, you have to pay, it's very expensive to have that service done. It can go upwards of $1,000 and more, depending on the condition of your vehicle before the application, of course. But those pro grade coatings can last 5+ years. So the, of course, less expensive options are the DIY options here. Very inexpensive, especially if you get a coupon code or something, some cool discount like we're going to have for you guys later on. But yeah, so that's basically it. It depends on which brand or which model you're buying from that brand. And again, the conditions that your vehicle is in, because the companies, well, there's many variables that they can't account for, like the ones we talked about. Question number 3, what's the best ceramic coating? Oof, that's the big question, right? Well, there's no right or wrong answer, guys. It really depends, again, on many factors, including your own personal preference. Some people just have a preference for a specific brand that they always liked and loved and want to continue to purchase products from them. But one recommendation that I have is stick to brands that are known to produce quality coatings. Don't go rogue trying to save a few bucks. Stick to the companies that know what they're doing, like the ones in my top 3, by the way. So avalonking, CarPro, G-Technic. You have many companies out there that produce some good quality coatings, Adams Polishes as well. You have Ethos Car Care, Kamikaze does some great ones. You'll have brands from Australia like Envy Car Care. There are just many coatings brand, but stick to the ones that know what they're doing. And once again, you can have access to my 2021 Car Detailing Products Awards video if you're looking for that. And yeah, the DIY coatings that we have here are selected for one reason, not only for their durability, but for their ease of application. So consumer experience is super important when it comes to ceramic coatings, because there's a couple of key features that you have to look out for. Things like curing time, flashing times. What is flashing time, right? When you're applying a coating, typically most of them will give a rainbow effect when it's time to level it or wipe it off. So it's a color change on the surface. It goes from a transparent, translucent color when you're first applying it, and after a few seconds or a few minutes, when it starts curing on the paint, it will give an oil slick on water appearance, or that rainbow coloring, and that's telling you that it's time to take your microfiber towel and level it to make sure you have an even application and you have no high spots. And by the way, don't worry, I have a tutorial on how to apply ceramic coatings on my channel. I'll leave that linked in the description under this video if you guys want to check out the steps, but it's pretty simple. And again, the easiest one that I ever applied, if that's something that you're scared about, right? Flashing times, curing times, tackiness on removal, all the kinds of things that you heard about. The easiest one that I've ever applied, the avalonking Armor Shield 9 for a DIY coating. This is as easy as it gets. Easy on, easy wipe off, and I mean, it just works. Again, I have tons of videos on the avalonking Armor Shield 9, by the way. So the application tutorial, I have a chemical resistance test video as well, so you can see all the chemicals that it resists. I have a 1-year update video because I've been testing this now for over a year and it's still going strong on the vehicle I applied it to. So durability is definitely there. So yeah, I'll leave all those videos linked in the description under the video for you guys to check it out. They also make a bunch of other products in their range as well, from shampoos to the SiO2 maintenance spray. We're going to talk about that a bit later in this video. Question number 4, can I apply a ceramic coating myself? The answer is absolutely yes. So again, when we're looking at DIY consumer grade versions that you guys can purchase, they're made for an easy application and a great overall user experience. So they're not as finicky to apply, they're not as finicky to remove, they're not tacky on removal. So basically the companies thought of the easiest way for you guys to apply them. And obviously by applying those to your vehicles, to your daily drivers, that's the best way to maintain them in proper working order as far as the paint is concerned. And you can also use a few of these coatings, by the way. They're very versatile. You can apply them to multiple surfaces. So in the case of the avalonking Armor Shield 9, we're going to talk more about it later in the video, but you can apply this to paint, glass, plastics, wheels, headlights, taillights, all that kind of stuff. So one bottle can be used to apply on many different surfaces. So the main difference, once again, is the very ease of application, but also the inexpensive cost of application. These bottles are way under $100 per bottle, so they're inexpensive compared to a professional grade coating that you need to deal with an authorized dealer and professional detailer, and those are several hundreds of dollars, and you're looking into 4 figures potentially as well, so they're quite expensive. So DIY coatings are the best compromise because they still give you great durability, they're easy to apply, they're inexpensive, and they just still give you professional grade results as well. Question number 5, what does a ceramic coating protect against? That's one thing that is very important to explain and to understand, because I see a lot of myths out there on ceramic coatings, on things they protect against or they don't protect against. So mainly what they do is they protect your paintwork against the sun's damaging UV rays, against weather erosion, against acid rain, bird droppings, tree sap, against chemicals as well. And they're also going to protect against some light marring from hand washing or hand drying your vehicle. Basically, we call those love marks, right? So those very light scratches. What ceramic coatings don't protect against is deep scratches or heavy swirls, that kind of stuff, or against stone chips. Again, more on that later on. So those myths, I think, are important to understand. So yes, coatings are stronger than your clear coat, and yes, they do protect against some light marring, but we're really talking here the ones that you get from when you're washing your vehicle or when you're drying the paint. That's where you usually get the most of those love marks, so those very light marring on the paint. Ceramic coatings can protect against those. So that leads me to question number 6. Does a ceramic coating protect against swirls and scratches? So the short answer is no, it doesn't protect against those heavy swirls and deep scratches. So if you use a brush to clean your car, or you go to a automated car wash with those stiff bristle nylon brushes that brush the vehicles, oh my God, cringe, don't do that, right? So of course you're gonna scratch the vehicle. What they can protect against though, again, is light marring, meaning those love marks, right? When you're hand washing your vehicle with your microfiber wash mitt, or when you're towel drying your vehicle with your microfiber drying towel, over time, there can be some light marring on the paint, and ceramic coatings can help protect against that, but not against heavy scratches or swirls. That is a myth debunked. Question number 7, another myth that we often hear. Do ceramic coatings protect against stone chips? The answer is no. That's not what ceramic coatings are designed to do. Now, yes, ceramic coatings are a few times harder and stronger compared to your car's clear coat. However, they do not protect against stone chips. If you want to protect against stone chips, the only way to do this is by applying a PPF, or paint protection film, also called clear bra in the industry. So it's that translucent, transparent film that they apply over your paintwork, and that's made to protect against scratches, swirls, and stone chips as well. But if you're asking me if you want the best of the both worlds, well, apply both, right? A ceramic coating and PPF. So you would start by applying PPF first, and then on top of that, you're going to apply a ceramic coating to also give you not only the scratch and stone chip protection from PPF, but the self-cleaning properties, the gloss, the slickness, the chemical resistance, and the UV protection from ceramic coatings. And the majority of coatings, by the way, can be applied on top of PPF and vinyl wraps as well, if you have vinyl wrap on your vehicle, including the avalonking Armor Shield 9 ceramic coating. So they're very versatile once again, and that way, yeah, you'll have the 1-2 punch, the best of both worlds. So stone chip protection and scratch protection from the PPF, and then you get all the other protections, so the UV, the gloss, the slickness, the chemical resistance, and the self-cleaning properties, and all the cool hydrophobic properties, the water beading and the water sheeting that you get from a ceramic coating. Question number 8, can you apply a ceramic coating on top of a paint protection film or PPF? And the answer is yes. So more and more now, you'll find specific coatings that are formulated specifically for PPF and vinyl wraps. However, the majority of the coatings that you can apply on your paintwork, you can also apply to PPF. And that includes, by the way, once again, the avalonking Armor Shield 9 that you can apply on top of your paintwork, on top of PPF, vinyl wraps as well. Even if your vinyl wraps and PPF are matte, this will retain that matte appearance even if you apply this, so it won't give gloss to your matte surfaces. So again, very, very versatile. And same goes for the other two, the CarPro Sequartz UK 3.0 and G-Technic Crystal Serum Light. You can apply those on PPF and vinyl wraps. However, note that CarPro has their skin, which is PPF specific if you want something that is formulated specifically for PPF. And you have G-Technic, they made their Halo paint protection film specific coating. I made a video about this on my channel, by the way, if you want to check how to ceramic coat a PPF. There's a full tutorial on my channel. Question number 9, can a ceramic coating be applied to surfaces other than paint? Well, the answer is that depends. It depends on what coating you're purchasing. So if we're looking, for example, at the CarPro Sequartz UK 3.0, this is a paint coating. So they have coatings for other surfaces. For example, for your plastics, it's going to be Deluxe. Deluxe can be applied on wheels as well. They have a coating for glass, like their Fly-by-4-day version. And basically, they have coatings for different types of surfaces. Now, in the case of the avalonking, as mentioned previously, the cool thing about this one, it can be applied to a variety of different surfaces. So paintwork, PPF or paint protection film, vinyl wraps, glass, exterior, this is for the exterior, by the way. So glass surfaces, wheels, plastics, headlights, taillights, fiberglass, chrome, you name it, you can apply it. So this cool little bottle that you have here is so versatile that it can be used on all sorts of stuff. Carbon fiber as well, by the way, if you have decals, so those plastics, yeah, pretty much any exterior surface that you can think of, this can protect it. So the short answer is it depends, again, which coating you're buying. But if you want something very versatile, the avalonking Armor Shield 9 can be applied to pretty much all the exterior surfaces. And I do recommend, by the way, that you do apply a coating to all your exterior surfaces, not just the paint, to protect it against weathering, the UV rays, salt, if you're driving in winter conditions that use road salt, and all those kinds of things. Basically help preserve every exterior surface for as long as you can and keep your vehicle looking brand new for many, many years. Question number 10, can a ceramic coating be applied at home? So the answer is yes, absolutely. DIY coatings are made for a DIY application by you guys, the viewers, so you can do this in your house. However, there are a few conditions that you need to respect. First of all, work in the shade and always apply it on a cool surface. So avoid the direct sunlight to have the best user experience, of course. So work in a garage if you can, that's well ventilated, or if you have to work outside, no problems. Just make sure, again, that you work in the shade and on a cool surface. And for the temperatures, ideally, you want to work at around 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius. And usually the brands do not recommend applying paint protection below 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius, because you're just going to have trouble with the product bonding properly, flashing times and curing times, all of that will be affected. So stay above 50 Fahrenheit or 10 Celsius, and ideally, once again, you want to be around room temperature, which is that key 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius. Also, when you're applying this, make sure to read the instructions of the coating you are purchasing. So there's a reason why the chemists come up with detailed instructions. It's for you to follow them, because every coating has its particularities, right? When you're applying them. Also, make sure you respect the curing time. So once you're done applying ceramic coatings, they need a certain time to cure before you expose them to the elements, especially rain or water. So the majority of them is 24 to 48 hours. So if we look in the case of the avalonking Armor Shield 9, you need 48 hours without exposing the vehicle to water or rain. And also for all ceramic coatings, make sure that you do not wash the vehicle for the first 7 days. Ideally, my recommendation, wait 2 weeks after the application before you start washing your car. Once again, the curing time occurs over many, many days after you have applied it. So the crucial moment for most coatings, 24 to 48 hours, do not expose to water or rain. Keep it dry. And then for the first 2 weeks, do not wash the vehicle and you'll be golden. That's how you're going to ensure that your coating cures properly and you're going to have the maximum performance and durability out of it. Question number 11, a classic question. How do you apply a ceramic coating? First of all, note that I have a very easy to follow DIY ceramic coating application at home. So I have a video for that. I'll leave it linked in the description for you guys to check it out. And I also have a tutorial if you guys are looking to purchase the Avalonking Armor Shield 9. I made a specific video for this one. But in a nutshell, what the brands usually recommend is to wash your vehicle using a wax-free shampoo. So when you're washing your vehicle, before you apply ceramic coating, don't use shampoos that contain any form of protection like a wax, a sealant, or ceramic in there. It's obviously common sense. You do not want to apply protection before you apply the true protection. You don't want to impede the bonding of the coating to the clear coat. So once you're done washing your vehicle, the bare minimum is to remove bonded contaminants with a clay bar. So that removes stuff like a bit of brake dust, any grit or sandpaper-like texture you feel on the surface of your paint after you've washed it. Those are usually bonded contaminations, and that can prevent the coating from properly bonding. So you want to remove those with the clay bar and a clay lubricant. And then you would go ahead and apply the coating. Now, of course, this is a car detailing channel. Pan the Organizer likes to give you the perfect way of doing things. So in my opinion, the correct procedure is to prep the paintwork as much as possible beforehand. And that makes not only the coating application a lot easier, but that's how you're going to ensure proper durability and to reach the maximum potential of performance and longevity of your coating on your paint. So what steps are those? First of all, use a prep shampoo or a stripping shampoo to wash your vehicle. avalonking has their own. You're going to use the prep shampoo. That's going to help to start to break down any older waxes or paint sealants that might be on your vehicle. So again, you want to make sure you remove any previous protection before you apply a ceramic coating. So you'd wash with a stripping shampoo. Those are usually a bit higher on the alkaline side to help degrease the paint a lot better. Then you would move on to an iron remover, so the chemical decontamination. That's going to remove all the brake dust contamination. If you look on lighter colored cars, you often see those orange rust spots, right? Those specks. So that's brake dust that gets embedded in the clear coat and it oxidizes or rusts with the contact of water and the oxygen in the air. And those are unsightly, but they can also prevent a coating from properly bonding. So you're going to chemically remove that with an iron remover spray. Spray on, rinse off, and there you go. Then you would move on to the mechanical decontamination with a clay bar, clay towel, or clay mitt. Basically a clay media that you're going to rub gently on the surface of the paint with a clay lubricant. And that's going to remove any further embedded contamination and stuff again like paint overspray if you'd had a repainted panel recently or that kind of stuff. And tree sap and basically a bunch of gunk that's in the clear coat to make the clear coat as glass smooth as possible. So when you're done with the decontamination stage, what I usually recommend is you move on to a paint polishing stage. Now, if you have lots of deep swirls, deep scratches, or heavy oxidation, so your paint kind of looks milky in appearance, milky white, or chalky, you want to do some paint correction steps. So those deep swirls and deep scratches or heavy oxidation, you're going to first start with a compound. So those are the deeper abrasives, and you're going to finish with a polish to jewel that finish. Make sure you get it to perfection, improve clarity, and that, by the way, the paint polishing steps is how you get the most gloss. So for those who look for the biggest bump in gloss on their vehicle, yes, paint protectants do add a bit of gloss on the surface, but the biggest way to get the best improvement is always through machine polishing. So basically, polishing steps are to get the paint to the level of your desire or your needs or what you appreciate visually before you seal that finish in with a ceramic coating, because don't forget, these lasts for years, right? So all the defects or imperfections that are on your paint, you're going to be locking those in. So you want to remove those as much as possible beforehand and get the paint looking its best. And also the mechanical abrasion of a paint polish and the pad itself is going to further help ensure 100% removal of any previous protection that you had on your paintwork. So you're doing double duty here. Not only are you perfecting the paint and making it look awesome and glossy, but you're also making sure that there's nothing left on the paint. Once you're done with the paint polishing steps, you're going to want to do the IPA wipe, which is an isopropyl alcohol paint prep stage to remove those polishing oils and residue, and that's to ensure a proper bonding of the ceramic coating with the clear coat. So when you're done polishing, there's usually some oils that are left behind, and those oils can impede or interfere with the proper bonding of the ceramic coating on the surface. So how to remove that? Well, you use an IPA. You can make your own DIY solution with a 30% or 50% mix of distilled water and isopropyl alcohol, or use paint preps that are available by the coating brands themselves. So in the case of the avalonking, they have their IPA prep spray that you can purchase. CarbPro has their CarbPro Reset. G-Technic has their panel wipe as well. So usually the coating brands, they have their own paint preps. I recommend that you stick with that because one, it's pre-diluted, ready to be sprayed, and it's very simple to use. So you spray on, you wipe off with your microfiber towel, and there you go. You have a squeaky clean surface to apply your coating onto, and then it's just a matter of applying the ceramic coating. So the hardest steps are actually all the paint prep steps beforehand. So that's what takes the longest, and that's where you're going to have the most elbow grease. But if you do all of those properly, applying the ceramic coating is actually pretty simple. In 30 to 45 minutes, you should be able to do the entire round of your vehicle. And yeah, you're going to have just some awesome results. And again, you're going to have the best durability and best coating performance if you take the time to prep your paint properly. So do it once, do it right. So question number 12, I bought a brand new car. When is the best time to apply a ceramic coating? As quickly as possible, guys. So as soon as you take delivery from the dealership and you take it home, that's when you should start the prep steps and the application of the ceramic coating. The earlier you start protecting your paint, the better. That's how your car is going to go through the years looking better than brand new, and you're going to protect it not only against the elements, but make it much easier to clean during your maintenance washes. So don't forget, when a car comes delivered from the manufacturer all the way up to the dealership, the paint curing process in the ovens has already taken place. So the gassing out phase of the paint is done. The paint is fully cured when it comes delivered to you, so it's ready to protect right off the bat. Also, a quick pro tip, if you plan on applying a ceramic coating, give a few instructions to your car dealership prior to them delivering it to you, because they have a tendency to poorly prep the vehicle and to use some cheap wax usually before they deliver it, just so it looks shiny for the customer. But you do not want paint protection on top of your vehicle before you apply a ceramic coating. So what I normally do is I tell my dealership to first of all use fresh, clean, soapy water for my wash, because they tend to use that same disgusting water for the 10 or 20 cars that they had during the same day, right? So to use a fresh, soapy water, a pH neutral car shampoo should be used to wash your vehicle. No waxes inside that shampoo. And in the end, when they're done, tell them to not apply any paint protection. No waxes, no sealants on your paint. To deliver it to you, just clean. That's it. So you can inspect upon delivery for any defects, swirls, and scratches from the dealership, right? Then you bring it home and you do all the paint prep steps and you take care of applying the coating yourself, and that's how you're going to get the best results. So start protecting it from day one and thank me later. Question number 13, is a ceramic coating better than a wax? Well, that depends who you ask, but for me, yes. Why? First of all, let's have a look at carnauba waxes, right? They're a more natural-based protection. So they're derived from the carnauba wax, which is from the carnauba palm tree in Brazil. That's refined. And those are organic stuff that the leaves themselves secrete to protect themselves against dehydration. So what they will do is give you a nice warm glow to the finish, give you a bit of that gloss, but typically carnauba waxes only last 1 to 3 months because first of all, they don't have much chemical resistance. And as you wash your car more and more, that's when the performance is going to degrade. So they don't last very long, and also they have a very low flashing point in comparison to ceramic coatings. So if you're on a very hot day outside in the baking sun, well, your panels reach a critical temperature, often way higher than the melting point of carnauba wax, and eventually that wax just evaporates. So if you live in very hot climates, carnauba waxes aren't really for you. Ceramic coatings for me are the best forms of paint protection. Why? Because first of all, they can resist the largest differences in temperature. So from extreme cold weather all the way up to super hot weather, the coatings can resist all that range of temperatures. They're also great against chemicals. So if you drive in the winter conditions with road salts, for example, they're going to resist that. They're resistant to car washes. So you can wash your car time and time and time again. I wash my cars twice weekly, and ceramic coatings still last for years. So they have that great chemical resistance. They have a candy-like gloss. So it's a bit different compared to waxes, which have a warmer feel or a warmer glow. The glossiest products, as far as I'm concerned, are ceramic coatings, because they really give you that candy-like appearance, right? If you look at that candy coating you get on candies that you eat, that hard shell, that beautiful gloss, that's what you get with ceramic coatings. They're also slick to the touch, just like carnauba waxes are, but the cool thing about coatings is that you also get insane hydrophobic properties. So yes, you get water beading with waxes and paint sealants. However, with ceramic coatings, you get the most extreme water beading and the quickest water sheeting. So sheeting is important because it prevents water spots from happening on top of your protection, and that water is just going to sheet off the paint a lot quicker, and it also makes the car quicker to dry, especially if you have something like a car dryer or a leaf blower. When you're going to dry your vehicle, you're going to see all that water flee off the paint if you have a ceramic coating, and it just makes the entire wash process absolutely a breeze. And those self-cleaning properties of ceramic coatings are also the best as far as any paint protection is concerned, because they make the vehicle a lot easier to clean during your maintenance washes. So the vehicle gets a lot less dirty over time, because dirt and grime has less of a tendency to stick to the ceramic coating. And also you're going to notice, even when that vehicle is dirty, that's ceramic coated, you still look at it and my God, you can see the gloss through it. A lot of my viewers who applied ceramic coatings know that feeling, right? You look at your car and even when it's dirty, it still looks glossy. So yes, ceramic coatings, in my opinion, are way better forms than paint protection. And you guys also agreed in picking the ceramic coating as your favorite form of paint protection in my recent poll on my YouTube channel. Question number 14, what will happen when the ceramic coating wears off? That's a very good question, because I know a lot of people are scared, the ones who haven't applied ceramic coatings in the past, that towards the end of its lifespan, a ceramic coating is going to peel or crack on the paint, or you're going to see some glass shards, that kind of thing. That's not the case. Nothing happens. Essentially, over the years, the ceramic coating performance gradually diminishes, right? Nothing drastic. And how you can notice that is through the hydrophobic properties. So you're going to look for the water beading and water sheeting, so those nice little water droplets. And if you continue seeing those through the years, that means your coating visually is still intact and is doing fine. Now, don't worry if let's say you get a ceramic coating like the avalonking, and after a year, you seem to look at your vehicle and you see some diminished performance, or the water looks flat. That doesn't mean that the coating is dead. Sometimes it's just because the coating has dirt and grime that sticks to it, things like traffic film, and that can mask the hydrophobic properties of that ceramic coating. So a good decontamination wash with a shampoo that's appropriate for use on ceramic coatings, and probably some chemical decon, so a tar remover and an iron remover, can help restore those hydrophobic properties. So the coating is still there. It's still performing strong. It's just masked by that oily or greasy or grimy substance that's on top. And yeah. However, when you get near the end of the durability or the claimed durability of the coating, for example, if you have the avalonking or the CarPro Quartz UK 3.0, you're expecting it to last up to 2 years, right, or more. You're getting near that 2 years, you've did the decon wash, and then you see the hydrophobics really diminish, so the water is flat on the paint and you're getting slower sheeting. Well, that's when you know that you've reached the end of the lifespan and it's time to reapply. Now, how do you reapply? Very simply, the same way you applied it the first time. So you're going to go through the steps and motions of washing, decontaminating, polishing the paint and using the IPA prep, and then you have a fully stripped and prepped surface or virgin clear coat to work with, and you simply reapply a fresh layer of your coating, and again, you're good to go. But by the way, guys, for any ceramic coating, maintenance is key. We're going to talk about that in future questions in this video, but every 2 to 3 months, bare minimum, you should be applying some sort of topper to maintaining peak performance and peak durability of your coating. So there's a bit of maintenance to do, but it's very, very simple. And yeah, it's just going to make sure you have the best experience with the coating that you're applying. Question number 15, does a ceramic coating wash off? The answer is no. Ceramic coatings, once again, have great chemical resistance, meaning they can resist a variety in the pH range of chemicals. So typically pH 2 to 3 in the acidic side, all the way up to pH 11, 12, and 13 on the alkaline side. So as you can tell, it's a very broad range of resistance for many different chemicals. So if you get a bit of overspray of your tire cleaner or your wheel cleaner, or you're using a shampoo, well, you shouldn't worry about that. You can wash your car multiple times a month with a ceramic coating. I wash my car twice weekly, and it won't diminish the performance. You'd need many years of that before you start to see any degradation. So again, they're very chemically resistant. One thing of note though, is when you're having a ceramic coating applied to your vehicle, make sure that you use a pH neutral car shampoo for the maintenance and a wax-free shampoo as well. You don't want any waxes on top of your ceramic coatings, because if you apply a wax, first of all, there won't be proper bonding because both will reject each other, right? That's the goal of the coating, is to reject all that kind of stuff. And also the wax is going to impede or interfere with the properties of your coating, because coatings have awesome self-cleaning properties and great hydrophobics. So you don't want to be masking that with the application of a wax, either a liquid wax or a paste wax or a wax contained in a shampoo. So wash your ceramic coated car with an appropriate pH neutral, wax-free car shampoo. Also, try to avoid automated car washes if possible, because those car washes use very, very harsh soaps that are very high on the alkaline side, and repeated washes with that can eventually diminish the performance of your coating. So wash your car yourself at home, and if you don't have the equipment or stuff to do it on your own, well, you can go and see a detailer near you and have them take proper care of your ceramic coating, and again, you're going to have the best user experience. Question number 16, can a ceramic coating hide scratches? The answer is no. A true ceramic coating is a pure paint protection product, so it doesn't contain any fillers or masking agents. And quite the opposite, actually, it's going to amplify whatever condition the surface it's applied to. So if your paint has a lot of scratches and swirl marks on it, well, you're going to want to perfect those or correct those before you apply a ceramic coating, because once again, you're going to seal that finish in for many, many years, right? So you want to get it to the level where you're happy. It is crucial, hence why we do all the paint prep steps and the machine polishing before you apply your coating. So once again, if there are any imperfections or defects on the surface you're applying to, applying a ceramic coating is actually going to amplify the effect of what it's on. That's why you want to get your paint looking as great as possible. So once again, by machine polishing the surface, you're not only removing swirls, scratches, and oxidation, but once again, you're also ensuring 100% removal of any previous protection, which is crucial before you apply a coating. And you're also improving gloss. So for all my gloss monsters out there, and I'm one of them, the best way, once again, to have the best increase in gloss or the biggest jump in apparent gloss units from a gloss meter is through machine polishing. Because think about it, your paint has many hills and valleys, right? If you look at it through a microscope, so it's a porous substance. And the deep scratches and swirls, well, they create dents inside or peaks inside that paint. And so when the light reflects, it doesn't reflect evenly, so you see all those unsightly swirls and scratches in the sunlight. When you're perfecting paint, when you're doing paint correction through a compound and a polish, or even just a light polish if your paint doesn't have that many defects, well, you're making your paint flatter and truer to the naked eye, so that way when the light reflects, it's more perfect and that paint appears more glossy. You're also improving clarity, the depth, and also the colors on your paint. If you have a metal flake, for example, in your paint, you're going to see that metal flake pop in appearance a lot more. Or if you have a muted color without any metal flakes inside there, or it's not a metallic paint, it's still going to look deeper and richer. So that's the way to get the best gloss improvement and to ensure that the paint is perfected is using machine polishing before you apply a ceramic coating. Question number 17, can a ceramic coating be applied on top of a wax? Absolutely no. As I said before, it is very important that ceramic coatings bond directly to a well-prepped and virgin clear coat. That means that your paint has to be free of any previous protection and any contamination before you apply a ceramic coating. Once again, the resin that is delivered by these liquids here needs to fully bond with the clear coat, and for it to link or cross-link with the clear coat itself and to settle on there for years to come, it needs to be free of any imperfections, any defects, any contaminations, or any contaminants on the surface, and also any free of any previous protection. So coatings need to bond directly to a virgin clear coat. Also, when you're done applying your coating, for maintenance, do not apply waxes on top of ceramic coatings, because first of all, you can't ensure the bond. Chemically, they're not going to bond together properly, so the wax is eventually just going to be shedded off by the coating. But also, you're going to be masking your coating's superior hydrophobic properties, so do not mask the properties of your ceramic coating by applying a cheap wax or a sealant on top, or even if you have a high-grade carnauba wax, don't apply those on top of ceramic coatings. Use ceramic-only products on top of your coatings, and graphene-infused products are fine to use as well because they're both interchangeable technologies and they often have ceramic bases. So use what we call SiO2 boost sprays or silica spray sealants, basically ceramic sprays that are made for maintenance of your coating. So use the proper tools and equipment, but do not apply ceramic coatings on top of any existing protection. How do you know, by the way, that you have any existing protection? Say you bought a used vehicle from someone else and you're wondering, well, if you wash the vehicle and once you're done washing and you're rinsing off the water, if there's tons of water beads on the surface and the water is quick to sheet off, usually that's a visual indicator that there is some sort of paint protection on the paint. So you want to make sure you go through all the preparation steps to make sure you properly wash, decontaminate, polish, and also IPA wipe the paint before you apply a ceramic coating. I cannot stress this enough. It is crucial for a coating's performance and durability that it is applied to a virgin and prepped clear coat. Question number 18, can a ceramic coating cure in cold weather? Now, as we talked about this a bit before, the chemists usually recommend that once again, you apply a ceramic coating in temperatures above 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius, and ideally you want to be near the 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius for proper application. And why is that? If you apply in conditions that are way too cold, follow the instructions of the product you're using, of course, for their temperature recommendations. But if you're applying it in temperatures that are too cold, the coating is not going to cure properly, rendering it useless. So it's not going to cure, it's not going to bond, you're going to have a hard time for it sticking on the paint, and it just won't bond properly to the clear coat, and thus, well, you can't expect the full durability and performance out of it. Also, in colder temperatures, the flashing time is a lot longer. So it takes longer for the product to flash. So you're going to be stressed with time. So if you try to apply this in freezing temperatures, first of all, it's not going to bond, but you're going to be fighting, waiting for it to flash. You're going to get some high spots. It's just going to be an unpleasant experience. So wait for the conditions to be there. Be patient if you're in too cold weather and you can't apply this. Wait for the conditions to be optimal before you do it. Also, the hotter the temperature gets, if you're above 68 Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius, the flashing time is going to cure a lot quicker. So you might struggle with that because you're going to be rushing around trying to figure out how quick did it flash. Do I have to wipe right away? And you're going to be pressed in time. So try to stay closer to that 68 Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius. If you're working in hotter temperatures though, stick to small sections, right? Most companies recommend that you work in 2x2 sections. So a smaller section at a time, maybe half a hood or half a door panel, and take the time to see how it reacts on your paint, how quick it is to flash. And when you gain more experience with future cars, then you can go to a larger portion of a panel or do 2 panels at a time. But initially, when you start, work in smaller sections. Question 19, can I apply a ceramic coating on any color paint? The direct answer is yes, absolutely. It doesn't matter what color your car is. The ceramic coating will enhance whatever color it's applied on visually, and it's just going to make it pop. Again, you're going to get that candy-like gloss, that very shiny looking, wet looking appearance that we all love and that we enjoyed from a properly detailed car. Question number 20. How many layers of the ceramic coating should I apply? Well, that depends, again, on which coating you're buying from which brand. That's why it's, again, important to read the instructions of the specific coating you're purchasing. But the majority of the coatings these days for consumers are 1 or 2 coats. If we're looking in the case of the avalonking Armor Shield 9, it's a 1-layer system, so only 1 layer is really needed to get those years of protection. However, you can apply a second layer. Wait an hour between coats, by the way, if you apply a second layer, but note that it's not going to increase the durability or performance. The second layer would only be to ensure proper coverage. So if you were very diligent in your application with the first coat, that's all you need. You don't need a second layer. But if you want to make sure that you have even coverage and you think that you might have forgotten a spot with the first coat, well then go ahead and apply a second layer, an hour between coats. Same thing applies for the Sequartz UK 3.0. They recommend a second coat for proper and even application of this. And you wait 45 minutes to about an hour between coats. For the G-Technic Crystal Serum Light, this is a 1-layer coating. However, they recommend that you apply a topper on top of this, the Exo V4, 2 coats of that. So it would be a 3-layer system if you want to get the optimal conditions. And so there you go. Once again, it depends on what coating you're purchasing, but normally the majority of the coatings these days, it's either a 1-layer or 2-layer coating. The second layer is usually to ensure proper coverage. That's it. It's not going to necessarily increase performance or longevity. Stay away from coatings that recommend that you apply 4, 5, 6, 7 layers. I've seen crazy stuff out there like this 8, 10 layer package. Come on. No, that's probably snake oil more than anything, or just a way to get more money out from your pockets, guys. Stick to brands, again, that are reliable and that are known to offer some quality products like the ones we're talking about here. By the way, guys, I remind you that you can pick up the avalonking Armor Shield 9 ceramic coating kit by clicking the link in the description under the video. And also you guys are going to have access to deals only for the Pan TheOrganizer viewers and subscribers. So yeah, the company always likes to give back, and I like to give back to my viewers as well. And thanks for being so faithful to the channel. So by the way, let's have a look at the contents of this box, because I said you get everything in there that you need to apply the coating, right? So first of all, again, packaging is top notch. You get this beautiful matte black packaging with the avalonking logo. It's very simple, very clean and modern looking. And on the side, you get the Armor Shield 9 nano ceramic coating. So what's inside the box? It's very, very small package, by the way, and they ship anywhere around the world pretty much. So again, link in the description under the video. When you open this, drop this on the floor. Let me pick this up. First of all, get this awesome looking avalonking card, kind of like a credit card. Nice little thing. You get the avalonking Apply, Smile, and Enjoy. Just a little thank you note from Danny and Dave, the co-founders of the company. I think that's a cool thing when they take some time to give some just, I don't know, personalized touches like that. They're great with their customer service, by the way. So they like to not only help sponsor videos like these, so mean that they support channels like mine out there, they give back to the community, but also note that they have a page on their channel that they also go through many, many questions and answers. So if you want to dig deeper into questions that you might have for ceramic coatings, I'll leave the link to their specific page in the description under the video, and it's called their Customer Care Center, basically. So they answer your questions, they give you facts, FAQs, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So you get the Armor Shield 9 ceramic coating bottle, so this beautiful coating bottle. It comes with the translucent window here on the side. If you can see here, this window here on the glass, that's basically to let you know how much coating you have left in there, and it's a 30 ml bottle. So with one bottle like this, you can typically apply up to 2 coats to 2 different average size cars. Of course, it depends on how big the vehicle is, right? So if you have a super large vehicle, 1 bottle will be enough for 1 or 2 coats. But if you have just 2 normal size cars, you can apply 2 coats on 2 cars. If you also plan on coating glass, plastics, wheels, headlights, taillights, and 2 vehicles and all that kind of stuff, just get 2 bottles, right? Or more. They have a tool on their website, by the way, that lets you understand how many bottles you need to purchase. For that, what else do you get? So let's remove this foam here. You get a cool microfiber towel to help you buff off, and it comes with the avalonking logo. Show you that here. Hopefully you can see that on camera. So right there. Yeah, so a beautiful towel, super soft, that's going to be needed to help level the ceramic coating. By the way, you're going to hear that often, right? Buff the coating. You're not buffing the coating. What you're doing is you're leveling with the coating removal towel, basically. You're making sure that you're getting no high spots and you get that even distribution for the coating, so you get no high spots or those dark spots that can form if you are not diligent in the application. And you get the foam applicator block like this with the avalonking logo. It has a foam backing, and this is used to wrap the applicators around it. So in a pouch, you get a few of these micro suede applicators in this plastic baggie. And basically you take them out, you just take your foam block, you're gonna wrap it around your pad, and that's where you drop your little coating droplets on, and you're going to apply it in a motion of up and down and left to right on your coating. That's the cross hatch pattern. So to ensure proper application, they also give you nitrile gloves for detailing. I always recommend that you wear proper PPE, right, when you're working. So nitrile gloves is crucial. You don't want to get those chemicals on your hands. Also work in a well-ventilated space, of course. And you get a beautiful sticker, hashtag coating by the king, Avalon King. So again, as you see, you get everything you need in that box to do a proper job. And also, what is the shelf life of a ceramic coating? Typically, it's 1 to 2 years if unopened and kept in stable condition, so do not freeze your coatings. Keep them in stable temperatures. Once they're opened, usually a few months, you have to get through the bottle itself. So again, unopened, 1 to 2 years of shelf life if you don't freeze it. Keep it in stable temperatures. That goes for all chemicals, by the way, right? Always keep them in non-freezing temperatures, and usually they're good for 1 to 2 years. That's the general rule of thumb. So guys, I hope you enjoyed all of this. Again, I'll leave links to the products and to all the cool videos you guys can check out on the application, reviews, tutorials, all that kind of stuff for these products on my channel. Smash the thumbs up button to show me your support. Also, take the time to, of course, smash the thumbs up button, like this video, but also share the video to your friends and family. I'm sure many people can benefit from fully understanding ceramic coatings and getting these answers to their questions. And make sure you also click the subscribe button that's found under this video, and that way you'll subscribe to my channel and never miss my future videos. So guys, thanks for being there. Thanks for watching. And in the meantime, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the next one.